So whenever an album drops that I'm interested in, when it's out, I pick up my headphones, head to a streaming platform, and listen a couple of times before I head to social media to see what's going on. And lo and behold, after opening Twitter, and I thought, wonder what the guys at Reddit. Right now, it's chaos out there, several factions all over the place, and we'll be attempting to paint a decent picture to make sense of it all in a bit, exploring reactions and points highlighted, feedbacks, and even Paul ain't safe, he's been catching fades. And before we dive in, as usual, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. And if you haven't heard the song yet, I'll advise you do so before you continue with this video. So we'll start with something in Eminem's verse that caught my attention, as it shows he's been paying attention to what it's like on the internet the past few months, where he stated, "I call my stanza fan club, cause whoever it's unleashed upon freaking beats up on like police batons." Lately, rap media personalities have been getting a taste of that baton cut from the factory whenever they make up false claims about Eminem, and the loyalty from his fans is also a cause for jealousy in the industry. It fuels the hate, hence this bar that follows. "Y'all are window shoppers, bunch of peeping toms." But heading off to reactions on social media, reactions from those who identify as fans, I guess, the Likert scale has all points checked. If I were Eminem, it'd be tough to know where to start right now. It's gone from very unsatisfied to very satisfied, and for a multitude of reasons. And we'll start from the right and work our way all to the left. Reddit, just like Twitter, has the full spectrum. It's gone from takes like, "Man, I'm honestly surprised. I just listened to the verse before entering the sub and thought it was hella dope." And that's coming from someone who was complaining about the fast rapping and didn't really like the Killer remix verse, so it was quite interesting to see this sub hate on it so much. Guess I'll be enjoying this by myself. A few others echoed this point. "I'm so glad I listened to the song without opening Reddit first. Everyone on here crying about his verse, and I replayed that ish like 10 times straight, and it was better every listen." But moving on to the next part of the spectrum, to some this was the problem. "I like the verse, but my issue is with the mixing of his vocals. There's multiple threads on this critique. The only bad thing was the mixing. I'm not an expert on this type of thing, but some parts of his verse were really quiet in comparison to the rest of the verse. But other than that, I liked what M did, and I actually liked Cordae even more. I haven't heard much of his music before this, and another unique take on this. Lyrically fantastic. Flow, this ain't it. Just listen through while reading along, take a second to really appreciate what he's saying." The user then adds, "But Jesus, that flow just ain't it, it ruins the verse for me." And speaking on flow, some believe the flow towards the end of M's verse was great. Good verse, I just wish he kept that flow towards the end of the song for his full verse. Just went well with the beat and the vibe of the song to me for some reason. By the way, Eminem is the only rapper who gets analyzed to this level on a major scale whenever he drops something, and some completely hated it. Listen to M's new verse once and won't probably ever again. That ish was so painful to listen to. Was so hyped for this song for so long. We had Eminem feature Cordae twice, and somehow M managed to mess it up on both songs. Sad day. This is all from Eminem's subreddit, by the way, and this is gonna be a tough one if Eminem actually checks for feedback. It's all over the place. Check this out. Fan critique that M heard, but he shouldn't have. After a lot above, yo, M should do this calm voice flow. Sometimes he's trying to be so calm, it sounds so artificial, not natural at all. Also, his voice just vanishes. M, scream all you want, man.
What do you want from me?
I actually have no idea. No
And oddly enough, some have jumped to conclusions. That was a major letdown, nervous that his next album is gonna suck. And more, would this negative reception cause album delay? Could it? No wonder. Some have fired back like, if some stands can shut the F up. You can dislike a feat without spitting trash comments. And over on Twitter, Paul is getting it from some fans. Absolutely worst feature of his career. Love him, but he needs to stop this monotone delivery and need to fix those mixing badly. Ever since Killer remixed, the mixing has been poor. Does he listen to his verse before he sends it? Man oh man. Funny enough, on Reddit you find this. He's not monotone or whispering. Why the F are people saying that? He does it a bit in the last 30 seconds, but otherwise it's not monotone. He's just not screaming either. While some believe some are speaking too soon, and in some cases this is correct, especially for the dude who just listened once, hence the user states, already started trashing the verse, laughing my bum off, can't wait to see y'all tweet, it grew on me. But others aren't letting up. Please don't tell me it's the next album direction. The monotone and weird flow and the mixing was off. Fix it. Another one directed at Paul. So all in all, some love it while some don't like either the mixing, the flow, the beat, the entire verse, and whatnot. But it's funny to see some, in quotes, posers get called out. At this point, it is safe to say Cordae is better than M. A user responds, his verse was, yeah, but not overall in my opinion. It continues, well yeah, not overall. But talking about recent drops, M been kinda trash-ish lately. Haven't been enjoying much from his latest project, and some took a break from complaining to address this like, hold up, gospel, walkthrough, another one, that's a fat L, music to be murdered by is good, this feature is not. And some concluded, I mean, it's easy to spot an Eminem hater. Funny how the fans switched up from bashing Eminem and Paul to handle this quickly, when Gospel and Walkthrough opened to overwhelming positive reactions. The new verse was allegedly done during the period the Killer remix dropped, and some have expanded. If you think Eminem's new album will sound anything like his Killer remix and Parables verses, you really don't know this man, laughing my bum off. He recorded 3 verses completely different after these 2, EPMD, Walkthrough, and Last One Standing, next week. I can't wait to see what's coming. But over to you guys, feel free to share your thoughts on Cordae's album and the Parables remix. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.